Alright guys, so now we have him out of the box. I put the Tom Holland head sculpt on, I played around with him for a little bit, and I already love this figure. It's just amazing, it's so fun to pose, and it just looks so great. It looked like the head sculpt looks so real. But first let's go over his accessories. So I have them organized into like, I don't know, little areas right now. So let's go over his book first. It's a Science Today 2nd edition. I don't know what that means, but it has writing on it. It's pretty much just warnings and stuff like repeated throughout the whole book, but it's cool that they printed each page of the book. I think that's cool. Let's go over this. So this is the head that comes on him when you first receive your Spider-Man. You can interchange the eyes by just going like this and then pulling off like that. Then you would grab a new one and put that on. I'll show you what each set of eyes looks on this head. Next, he comes with this mask right here that you cannot put on his head, or you cannot take off these eyes. Everything is sealed together with this. And he doesn't really come with a hand that's very good for holding it, so that's a little bit of a bummer, but that's alright. Then for his hands, I'm just going to go over a couple because they're pretty much the same except the different positions, so I'm going to go over like the most important ones. This one is his web holding hand. He has a slot right there where you can port the web and it comes out the bottom. It's a very good hand. I like it. You can pose it for a lot of different things. I like that hand a lot. Second, you get these relaxed hands that look pretty cool. I have one of them on the figure. They all have like a nice texture and webbing on them. And then I get, I'll just go over all of them. Then we get the fists. Also have the great textures. They look really good. Then after that we have our whipping hands, pretty basic, what you'd expect. Looks pretty natural and relaxed. I like it. And finally we get our wall crawling hands, which everything on the hands is pretty basic. There's not much to go over, but they all look cool. And what's cool is they included extra wrist joints just in case yours break. I haven't had to take them out of the package yet, so that's pretty good. Then we have his backpack right here with functioning zippers. I'm not gonna mess with them too much, but only the top two are the only ones that actually function. And there's a wire inside the strap, so you can really make it look like it's setting in on him. Then the straps are adjustable, but there's no real reason to adjust them unless you want a tighter fit on his backpack. It's two separate pieces. This is like a spreading out, and you get two of these, and then you get let me get in here, two of these with the little bulb at the end. Oops. And then you get these headphones right here. They're not squishy or adjustable. They're just a solid piece of plastic, but they look cool. Then you get another pair of web shooters, but it's the same ones that are on him. So except the ones that I have on him have the web port, but other than that, they're the same. So I'm not going to show those to you. I'll just show the ones that are on him to you later on. These are his web wings. They're pretty cool. I like them. I like how it's a little bit more smoky towards the armpits, then it gets more transparent. I like that. And that is it for his accessories except for the stand, so I'll just point that down for you. Just says Spider-Man Homecoming, has a cool little plaque right there. And then it has a nice cushioned grip. It's the standard Hot Toys one now, so there's not much to go over with that. So let's go over his articulation. Actually, no, first, let's go over his detail. So on the head, let me just bring this a little bit. Okay, so on the head, it looks very realistic. I'm sorry that's not the best lighting. It's very shadowed, but I can tilt it up and then you can see it. The hair looks pretty good. It's a little bit glossy, but then again, it kind of just looks more natural. I don't really mind it that much. It actually looks pretty good. But yeah, his face, like, I don't know, like, they just did such a good job. I mean, this is my first Hot Toys figure, so it's like a little bit incredible to me that this is how good it looks, because I've pretty much just buying like NECA and Marvel Legends, so this is pretty new to me. But yeah, his head looks really good. The whole suit is textured, like on the fabric it's textured. The cobwebs aren't textured, but like the fabric of like just like there's like a grit to it almost. Then you get Droney right here. It pops it out. It's very glossy, so it looks cool. Then they got like these black lines, like, or I don't know what you would call them. I guess yeah, black lines or something like that. Like they're pretty much all over his suit. They're like sculpted in, or the ones on the blue are kind of like pressed into the suit. So like they kind of like, I don't know, they look pretty cool. Then you get the web cartridges, which are very nicely painted with red and silver, and then onto the black, which I think is cool. Then for his web shooters, they look very detailed and very glossy, so they look really nice, and they look real, and you can stick the web cartridge in there. I just think it's so cool. Then you get like the treads on the bottom of his foot, which I think is a pretty cool detail. And then on the back, you know, you can see the spider. It's a sculpted piece. I don't know if it's like a, yeah, it probably is like a glued on piece of plastic. It looks pretty cool. But then like in these lines, there's like little, I don't know, patterns in them that look pretty cool. I don't know what you'd call them, but they look cool. I like them. So yeah, let's go on to his articulation. So for the head, he can look side to side like that. He can look up about that far and down that far, but then when you use the neck joint, he can look down that far. Then he has some head pivot up here that can go all the way here and all the way here, so that's pretty cool. You get a shoulder swivel right here, like a butterfly joint, and then you also get the armpit joint that like raises it up. Then you get the ratchet on the shoulder, get a bicep swivel, double joint elbows, a wrist hinge that can be rotated to do the roll the dice movement, or just like the up and down hinge. Then on his torso, he has a diaphragm joint that lets him twist and crunch forward that far, and then crunch back that far. It's not very far on the upper joint. But then he has a waist joint that also goes side to side and crunches forward that far and crunches back that far. So combined, you know, they do better together. Like, I don't know, yeah. And then he can kick out about that far and can kick back that far, which is not very far, but I don't know if that's like standard from Hot Toys. Then he has a swivel at the waist right here. He has double joint knees, ankle rotation, ankle hinge, or it's like a ball joint at the ankle, so he's got ankle pivot and rotation, all that. Then he has a toe joint right here that can go up like that far. It's not very far, but like it does move, so I mean that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do size comparisons because this is 12-inch figure. It's, you know, there's nothing that I have that's big enough to compare it to. But yeah, I'm gonna give you my overall review now. Okay guys, so now for my overall review, I have to say I like this figure a lot, especially because I love Spider-Man and I loved Homecoming, and this is my first Hot Toys figure and our highest budget video, so like it please. Please. Alright, no, I don't really care if you like it or not, but yeah, it would help the channel if you do though. But now to my overall review, I like it. Like, I feel like you should buy it, but like I feel kind of bad saying that because I know it's an expensive figure, so it's not easy to get, and they're pretty rare. I had to get mine off of eBay, but I got a good deal on it, and it was like mint in packaging. Like it was like nothing was open, not even like the cardboard box on the outside with like the Hot Toys trademarks, like that wasn't even opened, and I thought it would be, but it wasn't. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I like this figure, but I have to give it a 10 out of 10, but then again, I don't want to like, you know, say it's a 10 out of 10 and then know that a lot of people can't buy it. So, I mean, you know, if you can afford it, buy it. If you can't, that's alright. I stuck to Marvel Legends for a long time, and honestly, I feel like I play with Marvel Legends and like pose them around a lot more than my Hot Toys figure, because it is a little bit scary because you don't want to mess it up at all. But, you know, I haven't messed mine up, so heh. But yeah, like and subscribe. Action Figure Jump Squad out.